The sky is on fire. Sirens scream across Tel Aviv. Iranian missiles rain down. And in Tehran, a nation braces for what might be its darkest days. This is not a drill. This is not a movie. This is real. Israel and Iran are at war, and the world is holding its breath. This conflict didn't come out of nowhere. It has been brewing for decades, a Cold War that suddenly turned hot in June 2025. For years, Israel has accused Iran of secretly developing nuclear weapons, while Iran claimed it was only pursuing peaceful energy. Sanctions, cyber attacks, proxy wars, all of it led to one moment. June 13, 2025, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, its largest ever air assault. Over 200 warplanes, drones, and missiles targeted Iran's nuclear sites, including Natanz, Fordo, and Isfahan. Centrifuges were destroyed. Iranian generals were killed. The red lines had been crossed. For Israel, it was a matter of survival. For Iran, it was an act of war. Iran's response came swiftly and brutally. Just days later, on June 19th, Iran fired dozens of Sajal 3 ballistic missiles and launched hundreds of attack drones. One missile struck Soroka Medical Center in Beersheba, injuring civilians, including children. The world watched in horror. In Tehran, huge crowds chanted death to Israel. While in Israel, bomb shelters overflowed. But Iran didn't stop there. It unleashed its regional proxies. Hezbollah launched rockets from Lebanon. The Houthis fired drones from Yemen. Militias in Iraq and Syria joined the fight. A regional war was beginning to take shape. On June 21st, U.S. President Donald Trump made a stunning announcement. America would support Israel with direct military action. The very next day, U.S. forces launched a massive strike on Iran's nuclear sites using bunker buster bombs and Tomahawk missiles. Explosions rocked Iran's mountains. Key IRGC facilities were destroyed. Internet and electricity blackouts followed. Iran's foreign ministry called it an act of aggression and vowed a catastrophic response. Meanwhile, thousands of U.S. troops were deployed to the Gulf. This wasn't just a war between two countries anymore. It had become a global flashpoint. In the chaos of war, it's the innocent who suffer most. In Israel, civilians ran for cover as sirens blared across cities. In Iran, drone strikes hit oil refineries, power stations, and even schools. Social media was filled with videos of explosions, people buried under rubble, and families crying over lost loved ones. But in Iran, the government shut down the internet, silencing the voices of its people. Journalists were arrested. The regime declared martial law in key provinces. Activists say that thousands have been killed, but we may never know the real number. This war isn't just being fought in the air, it's also happening in the shadows. Israeli Assad agents reportedly assassinated key Iranian nuclear scientists inside Tehran. Iranian hackers launched cyber attacks on Israeli water systems and banks. Explosive devices were used in covert operations in Baghdad, Beirut, and Damascus. This is a shadow war, full of spies, sabotage, and psychological warfare. The United Nations held an emergency session, but failed to broker peace. China warned that war in the Middle East would cause a global oil crisis. Russia, still embroiled in Ukraine, offered support to Iran. Saudi Arabia and Qatar called for calm, fearing war might spread to their borders. Oil prices surged. Stock markets crashed. The world fears one word: World War. As of now, Israel and the U.S. have crippled Iran's nuclear infrastructure, but at what cost? Iran is bleeding. But it's not defeated. Some experts say the Iranian regime might collapse under pressure. Others believe it will rise from the ashes more dangerous than ever. Could this war draw in Turkey, Russia, or NATO? Could a nuclear strike be the next step? One wrong move could ignite a war no one can control. Behind every missile, behind every headline, there's a human story. A mother in Tel Aviv holding her baby as bombs fall. A boy in Isfahan trying. to study by candlelight after air raids, soldiers who don't want to fight, but have no choice. Politicians may play the game, but it's people who pay the price. We must never forget the cost of war. This is more than news. It's a moment in history. Will the world wake up? Or will we sleepwalk into catastrophe? Subscribe for more updates. Share this video. Let the world know before it's too late.